guys, Sandy here, and I am about ready to do my first layout using my kit that I have created for this month. I just put it in this basket and put the little stuff in this little basket right here. So I'm going to be working out of this, except for the other little things I've already talked about in my video. Like mixed media, all that kind of stuff, that just stayed where it is. There's no sense in me pulling that out. My first layout is not going to have any photos. It is just going to be these 5 ticket stubs. And I normally don't scrapbook our ticket stubs. I have a whole lot of them, but this one we watched when my son came home from boot camp, and it was Spider-Man Homecoming, so I got all, you know, a little teary-eyed and stuff with Homecoming, and he was Homecoming, and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, I have a spot in my album for it, so I'm going to be scrapbooking these. And since it is Follow a Sketch Friday, I am going to be using this sketch right here from the Helmar creative team. It's something new to me. I have not heard of them before, but loved this sketch. Figured I could use my ticket stubs as this film strip. So let's see what I can do. So I decided to use that great blue paper from Echo Park as my background, and I'm going to mat my ticket stubs on this yellow paper, and this is also from Echo Park. I don't think they're from the same line though, so that's okay. And the great thing about this kit is not everything is from the same line. There are some things that are a little more matchy-matchy than others. So I'm just going to go ahead and place my sheet of paper here on the trimmer. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut a thin mat over it. And look at that plaid on the back. That is a beautiful plaid. Now this white piece of paper here is from my scrap bin. It is not in my kit. I did not put any scraps in my kit just because my scraps sit right to the right hand side of me, and if I ever need something, it's no big deal for me to literally reach down, grab a scrap, and make it happen. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know what, it needs a little bit of something else. I like the yellow and the teal together, but it needs a pop of something. It needs something dark. And I was thinking at first maybe some black because of all the black writing on the tickets, but I decide no. Black is not the color I'm going to go with for this particular layout. What I do end up deciding on is a navy, and it's from Gossamer Blue. And right off to the edge here where you can't see next to my trimmer, that is where my kit basket is. So it's really easy for me to flip through and decide what papers and elements to pull out. So I have those over there to that side, and I'm really liking this blue, this pop of navy blue. And I'm thinking I need some splatters right here because that is what the sketch calls for. It has some splatters right there. And I was thinking about doing the packaging technique at first, but I just decided to go for it. So I grabbed my art palette here and I'm just like, whoop, yep, let's just do it. Let's just spray. And if it turns out horrible, then it turns out horrible. So I actually love it. I'm like, this is great. But I needed something a little bit farther down here. I needed more splatters. I didn't just want to have these 2 big blobs of splatter. So I decided to add some more. And I just held my arm up pretty high above the paper and gave it a spray. And then you're going to see me clean it off. And I just use water to clean it off. There's no like special technique or anything like that. I just spray a little bit of water with a squirt bottle and just clean it off real quick. And try to clean off a little bit on my mat that sits on my table. I mean, this mat is pretty stained and good and well and loved and used. It definitely does not stay pretty for videos, and I think I'm okay with that. It shows that I actually work in my scrapbook room, so I'm cool with it. Now, I really liked the way this splatter turned. It didn't stay super dark. When it started to dry, it lightened up a little bit, and it has a little bit of shine to it, so that's pretty exciting. And I just really, really love the way the splatters lined up with this line of ticket stubs. Totally made my day. And I knew I had to use this puffy heart sticker. I knew I just had to use it. Like, it's been sitting in my stash for a while. It's been in a Rediscover Your Stash kit. It's been taken to the East Coast scrapbooking retreat. Like, it's been around, guys. It's traveled and it hasn't been used. So I figured I needed to get it used up, and that needed to happen on the first layout. Otherwise, I might never, ever use it. So I pulled out these Gossamer Blue stickers, and I really liked the hand-drawn hearts, and I like this word happy. And I was thinking about writing homecoming right next to that Y, so it would read in a line where it would say happy homecoming. And now I've got that in the back of my head, and now I'm just going through this die cut, and I'm not really sure exactly what's in here. I don't really remember what was in those die cuts. All I know is that there is a lot of Ellie Studio die cuts, and I find them super easy to use, so they made it here. Now, that blue heart thing would have been a good color match, but it wasn't the right shape. It just wasn't working for me. And I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put things, what's going to look good where, and I move these stars around. They really don't end up where they started, and that's okay. Because, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm putting these tiny little stars, and most of the time these things would be on the top of the layers. It would be one of the final touches, but I just knew I really wanted those stars, so I plopped them down. And I have no problem plopping stuff down and picking it back up and re-adhering. No problem with that whatsoever. So here is a little die cut arrow, and that guy doesn't stay. He doesn't get to make it onto the layout in the final version, because there is like a pop of orange in there, and it just didn't really go. So he gets replaced, sadly. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear the wind right now. It is utterly ridiculous out there. I mean, utterly ridiculous. And that is not good here in California, where we have some wildfires going not too far away from us. There's actually even a check-in to make sure you're safe on Facebook right now, because that's how close we are. So we are safe, but it's definitely, the wind is blowing like a beast right now. Okay, now to look back down at my layout and see what I have done. Okay, so I have this big yellow heart, and that worked great because I have the yellow in the 3 places around the clusters right here. And I'm going to flip through my Chamel sticker book until I get to the teal letters, and I'm going to put the word homecoming down. And I really don't measure out or figure out where it's going to go or where the placement should be. I'm just kind of like going for it and making it happen. This is kind of a stick it down and love it layout, or stick it down and replace it. Either way, I'm sticking stuff down on a page, and a page is getting created, so I am good with it. Now, while I'm putting down these letter stickers, I just want to encourage you guys to make sure that you check out all the other crafty YouTubers that are participating in this series this summer. It is a great way to see the different kits, the different sizes of kits. We do have some that have smaller kits, we have some that have larger kits, and I thought I had a massive kit, but wait until you check out some of these other ladies, and let me just tell you, hashtag massive kits forever is a thing. So if you like to check out and see kind of ideas of how people come together with their kits, or you want to see, once you have a kit, how to use it, please, by all means, check out all the links below. I believe there are 20 of us, or maybe just over 20 of us participating in this, so lots of great content and ideas. Now these are those Chamel navy blue glitter thickers, and I know the world was happy, or the Scrappy world was happy, when the navy thickers came out. And if you've ever watched Chamel in a live or in a video before, she has said a few times that American Craft said no to navy, and they finally did, and we are all so happy that American Crafts finally said yes to navy, and they're glitter navy, so you can't get any better than that. Here's where I decide to take that arrow off, because it's not really the kind of feeling I have on this page, and I decided to go with this sticker arrow instead. It does have a white border just like the other one, but this one is all that tealy blue color. And I'm just pulling some stickers off of that Everyday Eclectic sticker sheet, which has to be probably one of my all-time favorite sticker sheets, not because it's like super beautiful or anything like that. It's just really super usable. Lots of things that you can use, you know, like generic wise. Now, what I was doing here was testing to see what my pen would look like over top of the Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and you can see it just fine, so I decided to go with it. And now I'm just writing basically, I think, what I told you guys earlier about we went to the movies again as a family of 5, because we had been to the movies as a family of 4, and it felt a little bit wrong. And I might have had a moment where we were watching Spider-Man Homecoming and we were celebrating my son's homecoming from boot camp. So that was a thing. And here is what I did. I did nothing on the bottom, so this is a super top heavy layout. And there it is, guys. Go ahead, click like if you liked it, hit subscribe if you want to subscribe, and leave me a comment if you want to chat. I'll see you guys next time.